I forgot the karate hand. I left it out the screen. It seemed like a nigga just screaming and shit. Welcome back to the Too Late We Said It podcast. I am your host, Sean Leverett. This is my co-host, Edwin Onirido. We welcome you back to the dojo of a podcast. Doom. If you watch
test
the show,
your might. Ka, 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 ka.
ja, ja, ja. Welcome back to the Too Late We Said It podcast, guys. It's another week on deck. Oh, we are overjoyed to have you back with us for another bright and, well, for y'all, it's going to be late night, another bright and early morning for everyone. See, we got dedication. We be up. Y'all still sleeping, hungover from making bad decisions last night and shit. We up here shooting for y'all. Look at God. Edwin, what up with you, bro?
You guys getting ready for bed and we're waking up. That's what's going on. There's Folgers in your cup.
I don't think they're getting ready for bed. Our audience ain't that old, Ed. It's like 8 o'clock right now. See, Ed old, y'all. Ed go to sleep at 6.
Yeah, old. Either you're getting ready for bed or you're getting put to sleep. Night.
Oh, shit. Just let me ride. Rock you back to sleep, girl. What's up with you, Ed? How you feeling, brother?
Man, it's been interesting week. You know, usually I'm the don't do nothing but come home person.
Oh,
but
shit.
This
You
has
got
been
outside this week, Ed?
Yesterday was it was my son's birthday, turned 22. Happy birthday, Edwin. Love you. Yesterday also was my daughter's graduation. She's our last child graduating from high school. Graduated magna cum laude.
Oh,
she got massive amounts of accolades. You know, you got every tassel for every accolade. She had tassels and all kinds of stuff going on. So you know, that was exciting. And also today is my woman's birthday. So happy birthday, Princetta. Love
happy
you.
birthday, Princetta. Hey, that's what's up. The fully loaded clip for the fam.
So all kinds of activities happening for me this weekend. So that's amazing.
When your daughter walked across the stage, guess what she said?
What'd she say?
Hold on to me, sueños.
Yo, that shit would be crazy. That's
would have been funny, like somehow the principal got a hold of that and played that right as she was walking across the stage. I'd have lost my shit, yo.
You graduated from college, huh? That's wild, yo. No, shout out to the whole family, man. Congratulations to everybody, man. Onward and upward, doing amazing things. That's what's up, man. Happy. What you and Princetta getting into tonight, yo?
You
better not go to sleep at 8. Shit, you better take a Cialis.
If we go to sleep at 8, it's because we told our bedtime story at 7. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Told our bedtime story. Listening to Kevin Campbell and shit. That's what's up, though, yo.
So y'all we're definitely gonna have a bedtime story. Yeah. We actually got going to go see Mandalorian and Grogu tomorrow.
Oh, okay, nice.
So we already got that set. Today we got a bunch of cookouts that we got invited to because that's graduation. We have other families from Olivia's friends and stuff inviting us to cookouts. So we may or may not attend, but we already decided we're gonna stay chill. Throughout the week we've been kind of like hanging out, doing different stuff leading up to her birthday. So that way I want to make sure I give her some moments of one-on-one attentions during that time, you know, because everybody, like, you know, the ladies love to have what's called birthday weeks. Where it's like, this is my birthday week. You
if
know?
not the month. Shit.
It's like the 12 days of Christmas. They got the 5 days of the birthday.
So some chick be trying to celebrate the whole month, yo, the whole quarter.
This is my birthday month. And I'm like, damn, what if your birthday's the last day of the month? You're like, this is my birthday month. So it's like 31 days of or 30 days.
2 days.
Or if it's February, it's 28 or 29.
That's fucked up. She is black, so Black History Month. Sorry, Princetta. That's what's up, man. That's what's good. I'm glad you moving around. Yeah, if you watching this, we slowly getting Ed out his shell, yo. So we getting less and less worried about him being a Dexter type nigga, cutting people up and shit like that. He's getting outside.
It's like we gonna check behind his air conditioner, see what's back there.
Turn the machine off. Somebody behind it.
Nah, that's where Dexter hid his little case of blood blood things. Remember?
No, I never.
He opened the face of the air conditioner. You never seen that? in Dexter.
I
He
seen
opened
the show though.
the cover of the air conditioner, and that's where he put the little the vials of blood that he would keep. The slides.
Oh my God. Why do you watch that show?
Yeah, that's my shit. Dexter's the man, yo.
Something wrong with America, yo. I'll tell y'all this. Y'all niggas.
Not because he's a serial killer for good. He kills other serial killers. He's like a king snake.
Okay.
A king snake eats other snakes.
Only God shall judge. Not you, Dexter. But I feel you.
You know Spawn, the character Spawn?
Simmons. Yes.
Yeah, well, Spawn is the general of basically Satan's army. Like Malboja is basically like Satan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the general of Satan's army, but then he defies him and uses the powers of that generalship to go against Malboja, right?
Simmons.
So that is Dexter. He's the freaking
That's
Spawn.
Michael Jai White. That's Michael Jai White.
He kills other
Wanda. Wanda had that good pussy. Nigga trying to come back from hell and crack.
He did.
She was with a white man. That nigga said, no. Get out of here. What was the dog name? Spot. What was the dog name? Spaz. Remember Spaz? Come here, Spaz. Spawn was hurting.
The dog was the only one that recognized him.
Exactly. Nigga, is that you? Yes, me. He ran up on his daughter's birthday party. Yo, that's gotta hurt, yo. Ooh, with a hoodie on and shit. But anyway, that's crazy, yo. That's what's
Spawn
up,
was
yo.
the shit though.
Yeah, that movie was fire. I love Spawn. John Leguizamo, that shit was fire.
Yeah, John Leguizamo, that clown, was the shit, yo. He was hilarious. He's like, oh, and how he was dying, he's like, hey, baby, want some head? Remember, he was like, yeah, as his head was on the ground.
That's the shit, yo. It was ahead of his time.
My man crazy for that.
I love them old school superhero joints. Yeah, that's what's up. This will be airing at 8:00. So you could catch. I've been at Magoobies this whole week. Wednesday, shout out to Dulce Sloan flying in from LA. She was there Wednesday night, allowed me to host. And yesterday, Thursday through tonight, pretty much, I'm hosting for Ryan Davis and Black Ron. Hilarious, guys. If y'all in the Baltimore area, these dudes are hilarious. So definitely please pull up. This show will be rolling at 8. But take this shit with you on the mobile. So the last show is
just put it in one earbud in. Listen to the comedy in one ear. Listen to
there
us
you
in the
go.
other ear.
Multitask. You drive and masturbate at the same time. You can watch us and them at the same time.
You definitely can.
So it's an 8:30. I mean 9:30 show. So if you are available, pull up. Magoobies Joke House in Tamonia, Maryland. I promise you, these niggas is hilarious. So it'll be a funny show. Other than that,
some crazy shit just now.
You said what?
Because you said you can masturbate and drive at the same time.
People be have you ever seen somebody?
Can you see somebody just like driving with a regular face and the whole time they're masturbating? That's gotta be the biggest challenge of all, not making a face like
I can go the distance.
Literally having orgasms with this face.
No, you can't stay flat when you bust a nut. You gotta.
That's what I'm saying. Look.
Imagine. Imagine you riding past somebody and you see them just. What's the below the window line motion that lets you know?
It's no matter what you do, the shoulder action. If that shoulder's doing this, something's going on. Especially if it's only one shoulder.
I'm doing the motion right now. You can't really see.
Oh yeah, I can see.
He pointed it out. He pointed it out. I see you. What the fuck?
Right there.
Michelangelo.
The side of his shoulder just going like this.
Imagine you like in a Ford Fiesta doing that, and then somebody with like a F-350 drive past.
Yeah.
Dad, what's this man doing? Pervert.
His hand seems to be disappearing in his pants. Either that or he only has a wrist.
That's insane. Punching your dick to get off is wild.
That's crazy.
Nubbing yourself. Anyway, what are we going off the rails again, guys? We
This
sorry.
is way off the rails.
They probably like these niggas got ADHD.
He's like, they talking about multitasking. He's like, you can masturbate while driving. You can listen to the podcast.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a
You can dodge a ball. You said it as I thought it, yo.
That's insane. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
All
I
right,
can't
man.
be laughing this hard this early in the
Let's
morning.
I know, right? Hopefully you brush your teeth, nigga. That mic probably like, no.
If you see the mic all of a sudden shrink down, you already know it's, like, it's toxic.
Wanda. All right. Let's get into it, yo. Over this week, there was an incident. Oh, is my shit working or not? Okay. Over the week, this past week, there was an incident at Tim Hortons in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Ed, did you hear anything about that, or you want me to give you a quick rundown on that? So
yeah, give me a rundown. I didn't hear about this. I'm definitely intrigued by it.
So
what we were
this nigga said
discussing.
he intrigued. I ain't even tell you what happened yet. All right, so look, there was an incident in Fort Wayne, Indiana. If y'all don't know where Fort Wayne, Indiana is, you are 98% of America. This is the armpit of the USA. It is some wild shit over there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Shout out to the Fort Wayne, Indiana Buzz. It's like a G League basketball team. I had a homie that played over there, but that's besides the point. So in Fort Wayne, Indiana, it was a Tim Hortons. An elderly woman had went through the drive-through for some coffee and donuts. I guess her order was swayed out. It wasn't as she expected it. So she went into the Tim Hortons.
So pause. What's a Tim Hortons? Tim Hortons is what type of food establishment?
Okay, yeah, my bad. So Tim Hortons is a Dunkin' Donuts Krispy Kreme. Shout out to Krispy Kreme. I got a little.
So Tim Hortons is it's like a donut shop type.
Yeah, but
pastries.
They got everything though.
I'm sure they got croissants and all that, just like Dunkin' and all that.
Yeah, but they have it's started
from that
in
picture
Canada.
there. It looks like they serve breakfast, like breakfast sandwiches and whatnot.
Yeah, they started in Canada and now they migrating down to United States. But now they serve everything. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. First time I had it was in Canada. Pause. But anyway, so the elderly lady, she was 75 years old. She went through the drive-thru for coffee and donuts. It wasn't to her expectations, so she ran into the restaurant flexing. She came into the restaurant on 10. She ran up to the little service, went straight past the register. Don't you know you pay and then it's a pick up your order area? She went straight to the pick up your order area, wilding. I'm not gonna say wilding, but irate, arguing with one of the representatives. The younger girl's manager came up there telling her to calm down. She didn't calm down, started pushing, and eventually swung on the manager, I guess. And this lady was 75, and the manager looked like she was in her 30s, maybe late 20s. She was considerably younger. Got into altercation and beat the shit out the old lady pretty much. So much so, she put her out the game. Y'all know what put her out the game.
Wow.
But before we get into it any deeper, Ed, let me let you watch the CCTV footage real quick. And our viewership. Right. I'm acting like y'all niggas ain't here. Edwin and our crowd. Let's take a look. Straight shoved her. Swung right there.
Oh, she shoved her face.
She duffing her.
Oh, she's still hitting her. She's still not duffing. Moving.
Still duffing. The duff continues. So now it's 3 or 4 people pulling her off of her. Trying to.
Oh, she just kicked her in the gut right there. Oh, the lady she's still with us.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the blick. And that's it. So I don't know if
she didn't get put out the game right there. Then look like she's still.
So I guess she succumbed to her injury. So you know how you could like.
Oh wow!
I think when she fell, she like hit her head, and it caused like some hemorrhaging or something. Like I don't know, but she ended up.
She got kicked in the gut right there at one point. I think that could have caused some problems there.
Yeah, because when you older, your organs all fragile and shit. You get kicked in the liver or stomach or something. So, my question to you is, Ed, who is in the wrong here? You know, given the fact that the old lady passed away due to this the injury she sustained from this altercation, who's in the wrong? Well, just tell me what you think about it.
It's just horrible to see stuff like this. It goes from all sides of it. Like, you're upset your food wasn't right, but how far are you willing to go over some food? Like, like
Mm-hmm.
ask for a refund and never go there again, or there's many avenues you can explore, but I think that there's other things because most times people they're already mad about stuff that's going on in their life,
Yes.
and then these are the moments that happen that are like the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like now, all these L's that I took these past couple of days, and now I can't even get a donut in the coffee the way I want it. I'm losing my mind,
He's
and she
L's.
may have been taking out some other angers in into that establishment.
That's
Now,
true.
given that said, it's like you can understand and kind of sympathize with it, but in no way you if you look for trouble, trouble's gonna find you. So the lady is wrong for turning that into a physical altercation because it could have been a verbal one and stayed that way, and it probably wouldn't escalate it because most employees aren't gonna take it past the next level until you cross the line first, right? Because they're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
say what they say because they're trying to preserve their job or preserve their professionalism at the best that they can. But the minute that she put hands on her, she made that other person forget she's at work.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's wrong on that old lady's part. However, the other person also should realize this is an old woman. Soon as she got her hit back and the woman went to the ground, there was no
Yeah.
longer any reason for her to pursue any
No
kind of
threat.
physical contact. And then if that woman was to come to her injuries from that, then you can't say, hey, she was just defending herself, but she did not use what's called excessive force. And that's what we could look at, because if other employees are pulling you off the person's on the floor, looks like they're almost helpless, and you're still swinging at them, now that's called excessive force because no
Well,
longer is that person a threat to you, but you're still hitting them.
Ed, so look though, what we've all been in situations where, and I'm not. This
But
is an
the
old black
emotions got the
lady.
best of her, you know what I mean? So you
This,
think about it, you just got punched or hit in the face.
yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying.
your
You
emotions
black
got,
out essentially.
yeah, she blacked out, but it still doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying?
So, but do you have, because they have in court temporary insanity, crimes of passion, where the system factors in that human flaw of
Yeah, the
just
fight
like
or
when you
flight,
just like when
the
you
fight or flight
hunching.
kicks in, and she was in
Yeah,
the fight mode. Yeah, of course, that's gonna help her in sentencing, but it doesn't
right.
make her less guilty. So she might, maybe because of that, it's called involuntary manslaughter. I think
Mm,
is probably the lowest form of getting found guilty of murder. Involuntary manslaughter means that you didn't mean to kill them, but in the process of the altercation, the injuries you inflicted caused death. So she'll probably get like 1 to 2 or some shit with some probation. But in the end, she's gonna get jail time, and she should. Yeah, that poor lady. KO. And guess what? The other lady, you still lose.
yeah, so it's tough, man. I mean,
Sometimes when you win, you still lose.
this is we talked about this a couple weeks ago, bro. Do not pull up on people at work. Like if you working at, and no shade to people who may or may not work at Tim Hortons, but any job really, this applies to any
Yeah,
job. Nobody is at work having a swell time. People
yeah,
are at work to get that bread and then go back to who they really are, their own personal activities, their own personal interests, their own family, their own friends, etc. You pull up on work at work as somebody with their job. I don't give a fuck if you seen cum in your coffee. Don't come in there. Well, all right, maybe you can crash out. That's a valid crash out. Let me walk that back. If you see
no, that makes
Skeeter,
sense because even with that, you still gotta maintain it.
you gotta maintain your frame, bro. So it's like,
Yo,
you have to be very careful because these days people are on edge. This is the highest rate of suicide, of put yourself out the gameality. I almost said the other word. This is the highest rates of depression. Everybody's on antipsychotic medicines. People are scooting up schools. You know what I mean by scooting up
scooting.
schools.
Yeah,
Um, road rage. Like, it's the pot is bubbling, and you never know who you're going to run into. So you got to be very careful. And unfortunately, I'm going to say this, man, this is an old black lady, and I don't want to see nothing happen to our old elderly sisters, but you have to be more selective in your outlets of rage. But I do get what you're saying. It could have been a compilation of L's, and this last one, you gonna catch it. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
you caught
she
it.
took her final L.
Took your final L. Finish it. So I don't know, Ed. It's tough. We'll both
It's
go
tough
to
all the way around, and I think everybody lost in that situation. Also, Tim Hortons doesn't look very good either, because regardless of what happens to the victor of that physical altercation,
the
Tim
victor.
Hortons is going to take the biggest L, because now that there's a huge civil case there that's going to be a open
Really?
shut
You think
victory.
so?
Oh heck yeah, man!
I saw that her daughter was speaking out. The chick, the lady who had passed away, her daughter speaking out. I didn't listen to the interview, but I'm assuming she's probably pursuing some type of legal action against Tim
Oh,
Hortons.
it's not even going to make it to court. That's going to be instantly. People with Tim Hortons going to like sit down with that family,
Settle.
and here it is. Here's the offer. We're not even trying to take this any further. We want to get past this, because you can't even you can't say, look at Tim Hortons like they're the villain in the case, because it's obviously this is a person-to-person
It's on camera.
situation,
Yeah.
but she represents the establishment. In order for the establishment to move on from it as quickly as keep the story as minimum as possible. So you immediately just say, look, a death occurred from this altercation, where this employee is probably not going to be here anymore because they're going to probably face legal action. And because of that, we'll move on from it. We'll even have some kind of thing where there's like, these are new policies. They're going to have a board meeting talking about new policies of hire. If anybody has any history of any kind of altercation around, it probably won't get stuff like that's going to happen.
I hate that part of corporate America. Yo.
Yeah, it's going to create a ripple effect of things that happen for them to try to prevent this from ever happening again. And then they're going to try to move on. They're going to present some money on the table. And I mean, that's the way you want to do it. Get ahead of it, make a statement, create new policies.
Society nowadays,
yeah, that's the way it is. Something bad happens.
You think they're gonna put like a plaque on the floor for her, like a Walk of Fame star? But like here, like
I don't know.
That's the way.
I guess that has to do with the town and how the town looks at it. And then people are going to come and have vigils in front of Tim Hortons.
Give a Hall of Fame bust outside. That's crazy.
And then they'll give the person that won the fight a bust on the front, like, welcome to Tim Hortons. And she's like this. You know what I mean? Is Tim Hortons the new Waffle House? I don't know, man. So
Waffle House is crazy. No, Waffle House undefeated in scraps. They let you fight in Waffle House. Whoever win get a
Waffle House is like the hockey of fast food chains, yo.
Put your face on the grill if you lose.
Yeah, a hockey game broke out in the middle of a fight.
Time out. I want to play sports. That's crazy. All right, man. Let's
but RIP to that woman. Was like, we're not trying to make any kind of like light of the situation, but
I am.
Hey, we're just we're just speaking on things that's happening in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make light of it, because you can't bark without expecting somebody to bark back. That's common decency, common respect. You said it straight out the gate. Get a refund. Never go back. That's what you got to do. We have to get out of this.
Listen, I used to be one of those that losing minds, but now I've found out there's new approaches where you get more out of the situation with expending less energy. Right, is by going in there with the cool head and also having compassion for the other person's mistakes. Like, I mean, I understand your mistake, but what can we do to make this right? Most of the time, when I do it that way, they literally offer me free food in exchange or a refund plus keep the food. So I always end up coming out with more than what I left with by just being kind and being like, hey, you messed up, but I'm not mad. But can you please do something to correct this? And usually they'll be like, yeah, here, this and this and that. And they're just happy
because they fucked up.
Correct it. And also know that they're not nothing more is gonna come. So they'd rather just go ahead and say, hey, we'll remake your order, this and that. And if you stay chill about it, you might even get little coupon. Like one time I got a coupon and get a free meal later on top of that.
Yes.
Without having to yell the screen.
We gotta get ahead of this. Well, we sorry to hear that. No, you're wrong. Leonidas, you are wrong. We gotta get ahead of this.
Yo, so you say that lady hit her with this is Hortons.
You come to my counter with the threats of donuts. Oh no, Barbara, I've chose my words carefully. That's crazy, yo. But yeah, hold on, no. Before we go on to the next topic, yo. Speaking of fast food chains, yo, who's our guest for this week, bro?
Okay, here we go. You ready? For today, our guest is Wolverine
Wolverine.
from Deadpool. Wolverine.
Oh shit, yo! How many cups you got like that? Nigga? This nigga got you the cup king, nigga, the cup connoisseur.
You're about to find out because I've decided I'm gonna break a new one out every week until I run out.
To find out, it's crazy. Let me see. Let me witness. Look at Wolverine, yo.
With my own eyes.
Eating popcorn. That's
Hold on,
crazy.
let me.
Make
I'm
sure
gonna
you
pull
take the
Wolverine
lid
'cause
off.
these pieces come off. Yep, I'm not gonna sit with him on there anymore. So, but Wolverine's sitting eating his popcorn.
That's what's up, Logan.
Yeah, and then, he sits on the little platform like this, so they're interchangeable. So as you see from this point on, you won't see Wolverine because I'm not gonna sit with him on there.
We'll see him next year.
Until you pointed it out, I didn't realize how suspect that was.
Whoa,
Especially from this angle.
you like that wood, bub? Wolverwood. I'm not fucking with you, yo. All right, let's keep it strolling. Ed, of course, I know you are, man. I know you are for sure. And you actually mentioned this. You and Prince are going to go see the Mandalorian movie tomorrow. But there are some extra exciting movies coming out this summer, man. Just from this collage. What do we got here, Ed? Would we point out some of what you see up here?
Right off the bat, Spider-Man's gonna be the first thing that I see. It's Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out July 31st. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day. We got June 19th, I think, or early June is Supergirl. We got the Odyssey. Is that the remake of Moana over there that we see?
Yes, the live action Moana with the
live
Rock.
action Moana. Why do we see Buzz Lightyear back there? What's he about? Oh, Toy Story 5.
On Juneteenth, Toy Story 5. Come on.
Wait, on
To infinity with the blacks.
Wait a minute. That means I think Supergirl comes out that same weekend. So Supergirl is going up against Toy Story 5. We also see in the background, we see Kung Lao and Liu Kang, Mortal Kombat 2, which I just seen. Excellent watch.
I went to see it
to the
too.
left there is Achilles, so that's from the Odyssey. And there's a lot going on around. Oh, you also had The Devil Wears Prada 2, which is down at the bottom left. Man, I know all the movies that's here.
What's them girls riding a bike together?
I have no clue. I'm trying to figure it out.
I know all the movies. What's that one? Not sure.
Teenage Girls 3, I guess. I don't know.
Teenage Girls 3.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Girls.
We're here. One I'm anticipating seeing right now is Disclosure Day. Did you hear about that one?
Wait. In the car, I see two people and I see Wile E. Coyote. What the heck is that going on? What's going on there?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't. I was looking when I was doing all of this. I was looking to see if it was a Looney Tunes joint coming out, but I didn't see anything. So maybe I was just querying wrong. But I mean, it's right there.
Dune 3 also coming out.
Dune 3 coming out. Yeah. So which one do you expect to be the highest grossing of these movies?
Of all the movies coming out right now, currently, it's going to be between Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think Supergirl is gonna fall in that 700 million area range, is what I'm guessing. But I think Spider-Man is gonna hit that Billy, and I think Odyssey might also hit that Billy as well.
I think you underestimating the power of families. I think Toy Story 5 gonna do that.
Oh, I forgot. Toy Story 5 is automatically gonna probably hit that Billy as well. So,
Moana,
but the highest grossing, I think it might be Spider-Man, but it's a possibility that Toy Story takes it because Toy Story, the way it ended last, it had such a sad, but it wasn't fulfilling enough.
Yeah,
it was a sad ending.
It sounded like you got sad, eh? You was like, it just.
Hey, Toy Story's got history. So Toy Story 5, I'm surprised that we're seeing Toy Story 5, but I think that just because of the fact that the history that Toy Story has is gonna definitely bring
following, bro.
Yeah, because it's automatically for the family part of it is gonna be money because kids going to take kids to the movies, but the nostalgia of the adults that were teenagers and kids when the first Toy Story came out, yes, is gonna go see it as well and take their family to come out.
Let me see.
The first Toy Story came out, I think, early 2000.
1995.
95. That's right. See, look,
Oh
even
my God.
holy shit, I was 14 when the first Toy Story came
Toy
out.
Story 5? I mean, 1? There's a snake in my boots. Somebody nutted in my Tim Hortons.
When Andy didn't have when he didn't have Andy on the bottom of his shoe, that right there was
Oh, when he rubbed it off?
heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
heartbroken, yo.
Woody going bald now in this one, I heard. In
Is
Toy
he?
Story 5. That's one
Well,
of the
how a toy doesn't age that way?
they said Tom they asked Tom Hanks about it, and they was like, well, it's because he always putting that hat on and off for 20 years, that plastic hat, and it rubbed the paint
Oh, so
off,
he has a little bald
and now he
spot.
bald.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy. Yeah, they tried.
Speaking of which, me and my hats, I'm balding too. I'm spalding. We had a whole episode where we're showing my thinning areas.
Thinning. Oh, that's the way you're gonna phrase it. Thinning.
Yeah, it's
You're
I'm not
balding.
balding. I'm thinning, man. It's
Get the
different.
fuck out of it.
There's still hair there.
Would you ever consider going? There's still hair there. It still get wet sometimes. That's what you said. Would you consider going to Turkey to get a hair transplant?
No.
Thank you. I love the confidence, yo.
Not I that's not even gonna cross my mind. If I was gonna do that, I would have been had Just for Men and dyed my beard its natural color by now. I accept the changes that happens to me, and it just is what it is.
God doing you good, because he giving you this still black, but it's like the gray strap.
Yeah, it's like it leads into the gray.
There you go.
It's like a waterfall that turns into gray down here, and it's like natural. It's like it looks like I did it on purpose, but no, the fuck I didn't.
Who hair like that from the X-Men? Is it Rogue, or who is that? Who Jubilee?
Yeah, Rogue has the
gray
has a
stripe.
little. Yep. That happened when she fully pulled all of Captain Marvel's powers from her.
Yeah, that's what happened when you be living that lifestyle. Which one of these are you most forward looking to seeing? So let me pull I can't pull it up, but I can tell you. So we got Toy Story 5 June 19th, Spider-Man Brand New Day July 31st, Moana live action July 10th, Minions versus Minions and Monsters. So I think that's like a Monsters Inc. Minions.
Oh, I did see that. I saw the trailer to that.
What is that?
It's a Minions movie.
Okay, it's not. Is it combined with Monsters Inc. or is that just a?
I didn't think about that. I don't think it is. I think it's unrelated.
Mega money
but
grab.
if it did, that'd be amazing.
Okay, so and then we got the Odyssey July 17th. Devil's Wear Prada's already out. The Mandalorian and Groot, that might do numbers, yo.
That's out now.
Yeah, but I'm saying that might be a money bagger too, because people love.
Yeah, most Star Wars fans go out to support. So I haven't still seen, because we're still in the opening weekend right now. It just premiered Thursday. You know how they have the early premiere Thursday and then Friday. So we're in the midst of the first weekend. So if we get to Monday and that thing does over 300 million, that's usually a pace for billion. But if it does under 300, it's probably gonna be somewhere that's 700-800. Okay. But it all that first weekend sets the tone. And also you got the hold too, because most films go from 40 to 60% drop after the first weekend. And the ones that hold the best, that sits in that 40 to 50% range, those are the ones that make it to $1 billion. So
like the Michael Jackson joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Supergirl June 26th, Scary Movie 6 June 5th, and then Disclosure Day June 12th.
Day. Could that be the one with the teenagers?
I doubt it, because Disclosure Day. What's she disclosing to her? I'm gay, Stacy.
Yeah, she's disclosing something to the girl over there who seems to think it's kind of funny. She's like, no,
Disclosure Day.
Writing. We used to be friends, and now you could tell that they were childhood friends, and one state is popular and one still in the shadows.
It's a Steven Spielberg film. Do you know anything about that?
No, I do not.
I'm gonna let you watch the trailer real quick on this one. Give me 30 seconds to pull the trailer up on this, because what it's about, it's like aliens are coming to the United States, or the United States only, and shit. They're not going to India.
Disclosure Day. I did see the trailer to that.
Okay, all right. So I ain't got to do.
Yeah, that trailer is pretty compelling, actually. Yeah. It's a very interesting take on. Yeah. I did see the trailer to that. It looked interesting.
That's what I'm
So
looking
that's
forward
not
to
the
see.
teenagers. So I might.
Not
I don't think I'm going to the theater to see that, but I'm definitely going to look forward to seeing it. I will see that movie.
Yeah, it should be
But
good.
I've already committed to going to the theater for these movies: Mandalorian, Grogu, Mortal Kombat 2, Mandalorian, Grogu. So I've already done one. I'm going to go see Supergirl, and I'm going to go see Spider-Man: Brand New Day. But
Mhm.
I'm also highly considering to go see Odyssey because of all of the hype around. Not more the hype, but I saw the trailer to it. It's like you've seen those
Troy.
old school movies back in the day where you had like Attack of the Titans, where
Yeah,
Clash of the Titans, and
the
you had like
cinematic style like that.
Hercules, and like yes, it has all of that, all bold in one to like Troy. It's like all of those type of movies from the Greek mythology and all that,
Mm,
all bold into this one huge mega movie.
okay.
And I already saw some historical Greek mythology characters in the trailer, and I'm like, what?
Mm.
So it immediately made me go, I'm highly considering going to see it in the theater. So I'm probably gonna wait to see how opening weekend goes and I hear buzz about it. But it's gonna be something that I might be dropping through on a Tuesday, half price ticket
Yeah, you
via.
know what it is. That's what I was gonna say. Because movie tickets is expensive, bro. They
They
easily
are
can
too
hit
expensive.
$20 if you buy it online. Easy.
Shoot, I'm watching Mandalorian Grogu on Sunday afternoon to get the matinee
Matinee.
discount.
Yeah.
So that lets you know right there, because we literally just went to see Mortal Kombat 2 opening weekend, and that's all of us, 6 of us, bro. That's just to get the tickets. It was over $100.
What happened at the concession stand? I know
And then
you
the
sneaking
concession,
shit in.
I didn't have to pay for concession because that's kind of like my stick. If I pay for concession, I'm not buying. If I pay for the tickets, someone else is hooking me up with a
Well, it's
concession
coming
stand.
out your household still. That's what I'm saying. You better be
Oh yeah. It came out of our household for sure. And then you saw the Johnny Cage joint. That's that right there is a $40 bundle that you get popcorn, 2 sodas, and a candy for $40.
Jesus.
I didn't even show you next the popcorn bucket for Mortal Kombat 2 is actually awesome. It's like black and green, it has the Mortal Kombat symbol on it. Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, but it's costly, yo.
It
And
is.
we got 2 of those in our family. So somebody else in our family got that bundle too, yo.
Oh
It
my
comes with
goodness.
Katana and Johnny Cage, and then a popcorn bucket. And as you can see, we go to the movies a lot because every time I go to the movies, I get the limited edition joint. So I'm gonna have a Spider-Man joint of
I
this.
know, yeah.
I'm gonna have a Supergirl joint of this.
You about
I'm
to
gonna
have
have
a
the Mandalorian
Mandalorian
Grogu
joint.
joint of this. So if I don't have Grogu sitting on top of this joint next weekend, I'm gonna be heated. That's not what I meant.
No, say pause. Don't say that's not what I meant.
Pause.
He tried to explain it away. That's not what I meant. You got a fat ass. That's not what I meant.
So
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
that's costly, man. So it's going down. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, guys, let us know
Oh
in the
my
comments.
gosh,
What?
I might not get a limited edition joint because I'm going Sunday.
What that mean?
That they run out. Friday, Saturday, yesterday.
When that's a sales ploy. Ain't no limited edition. They got hell of them shits. They got plenty. That's a going fast. That's that's what niggas say to sell products.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
While
It's
supplies
right here.
last. While supplies last.
Seats are limited. It'd be a
Seats are
trillion
limited.
seats in that
You
motherfucker.
go in there, it's like you're only 5 people.
Exactly, yo. That's
What
marketing
limited?
101. Hey, you already know what it is. See, look, I thought you was genuinely worried about something substantial. Nigga said there may be none left. It's gonna be a billion motherfucking
That scared me,
Mandalorian cups. Okay, let's keep it rolling. What we got next?
Well, I did miss out on getting the limited edition popcorn bucket from Alien Romulus. I'm still mad about that. And then they're selling it online for like $90. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Someone was trying to sell it for like $200.
So
Because
people reselling them.
Yo, people go out there, buy like 10 of them, and then try to sell them for like $200 a piece because they're limited editions.
Damn, I didn't know they was doing that to that stuff too. It's just
Yo, I got mad because the theater started selling it a week before the movie even came out. And I cussed out the manager, like, I was like, yeah, because most of our money comes with this, and we were just told to put it out sooner. I was like, so you guys are gonna allow someone to buy bulk? Like, yeah, someone came and bought 5. I'm like, you know what they're doing, right? Like, come on, man. Like, I get you guys are trying to get y'all money because that's where movie theaters makes most of their money. This is what makes them the money.
Yeah,
Concession and these limited edition
accessories
joints.
and shit. Yeah, they be selling
movie
T-shirts
tickets
and all types
The
of
movie
stuff.
tickets, the first weekend, it's an exponential change. The first weekend, the majority of ticket sales, we're talking about 80 to 90% goes to the studios and stuff. And then each week thereafter, the percentage shifts more to balance, and then it gets all the way to 50-50. So the movie theaters are right off the rip, they don't make their bulk of their money from the tickets
until weeks
they
later.
Get their money from concession. That's why when you get movie theater price popcorn, movie theater price drinks and snacks and all of that, they're making their money on that. So that's why they want you to come to the theater, because your ticket sales, majority of it goes to them, and they only get small percentage that increases over time. So the longer the movie has mainstay power, the more that's why the first 2 weeks of a movie is so important to the studio, because that's where they make the bulk of their money back in the ticket sales.
That's what's
up. Anyways, there's a whole movie math behind it, the way it works, and people don't understand.
I see. I didn't understand. Thanks for putting us up on game. Speaking of outlandish prices, Ed, let's keep this train rolling. As we all know, we living in America. Everything is getting crazy, man. If you've not been in the house specifically, it's no way you can't tell the signs of inflation are all around us. What you used to get in the grocery store for $100, it looked like it's $15 worth of shit now. Your gas prices in California, I've heard about gas prices as high as $6-7 a gallon, sometimes even $8. Your electric, your energy bills are increasing. Everything's going up, and the only thing that seems to be staying flat is your wages. So you're getting a lot less on the same bill, essentially. With everything going around geopolitically, the Iran war, data centers popping up, sucking the demand of energy up, raising the prices of how much you pay on energy. It's getting tough for people to survive. You hear about more and more people living in their cars, living in storage units. And for people with fixed incomes, man, woman, and their children, it's very hard to plot a path to the American dream. So my question to you, Ed, would be, do you think the idea of the American dream is dead? And what do you think the breaking point is, so to speak, for the economy if some of these things do not start to come back down, cost-wise?
It's just tough. It's like, this has been an ongoing thing. It's like since we were kids, we've seen, like, especially when I see the price of gas is the most notable thing, because when I got my driver's license, the price of gas was 89 cents.
God damn, what was that, 68?
Nah, man. It's like 1997.
The Stylistics was out when you got your license.
Gas prices were, and I'm just giving you the lowest price. So there's always a fluctuation. So 89 cents is the lowest, and the highest was like $1.05. We're talking about you put $5 in your tank, you can drive all day. $5 in your tank is barely over a gallon. $5 a tank right now is just a gallon.
Just a gallon
of gas, and
the
that's
pump
just
might not come on if you get $5.
That gets you down the street and back. You can go to your homie's house and back, unless he lives on the other side of the city and dead stop traffic. You might not make it.
No AC.
No, you can't have the AC on. Put them windows down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the biggest notable thing that you see, and then the other part is rent. A lot of people rent. The average American is renting, and now just for a studio apartment, like everywhere's New York prices, where New York prices has become like Buckingham Palace prices, Dubai prices, where like everyone was like, man, to live in New York, just get a little you share an apartment with somebody, you're paying over $1,000. Now a studio down here in North Carolina, where when I first moved here in 2015 was in the $600 to $700 range. Now it's $1,200 to $1,500 range.
Yeah, it's tough.
So we're talking about almost doubling in rent price. So but the pay that you get only grows, like the minimum wage is not growing. We're still sitting under $10 for minimum wage, which is crazy.
Mm,
I think it's insane. There's no balance. So I think things like this is what's hurting the American dream. And then on top of that, the value of the dollar is diminishing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
So it's and food too, because as gas prices go up, the shipping costs to bring
Right.
that
And
chicken
then
to
food
you, or
goes
to
up.
bring
It's
those few
all like
pieces
a,
to
what is
you.
it? Like a domino effect reaction
Yeah,
that happens
it's a
there.
web. It's all connected. So what I want to ask you is, what do you think is the breaking point? Like, because at some point people are not going to be able to afford bare necessities, and with the prevalence of AI, they're saying like at one point, at some point soon in the future, people won't even need to work. And I feel like they're beating you down so that you're willing to accept that universal income type setup. Like everybody gets $3,000 a month across the board, or either that or go work at Dollar General and not see your kids and make
Yeah.
$1,500 a month. And you're gonna take that three to be a present parent, because you can't, here in Baltimore, I mean, it's very noticeable. I got a storage unit. I'm not gonna say the name of the storage unit because I don't want to put the brother out there, but it's a dude living in the storage unit across from my storage unit. And I noticed, because I was loading shit in, and he rolled up his door, and this nigga, it looked like it looked like an apartment. He got a sofa, a carpet, pictures on the wall, and I'm like, damn. So I was talking to him, and he got a job, he got a car. It's just, you got to make 3 to 4 times the cost of rent to get a spot. To get a mortgage interest rates are crazy, so it's hard to buy a house if you don't already have a home. And it's just like, this is a hard working dude. He just can't get over the hump, so to speak, to get a place. Down payment, security deposit, trying to still all the while feed yourself, set up the BG&E, or who's the electricity provider down there?
Duke Energy.
Duke Energy. Um, so yeah, like, do you think that? And then there's people living in their cars. I know you've seen that. People living in their cars.
I've
So
lived in my car for a couple months one time
yeah,
in my
so and that's
lifetime.
tough.
I had to move, and you're moving with just what you got on your person. And it's crazy. I went through like 2 months working at the job I was at, and nobody at my job knew. So
Wow.
it's like at the time I was single, so I was utilizing my youth and my charm to have different places to take showers, if you know what I'm saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah, baby, I love you. You sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was just for me to find a place to take a shower at night, and every now and again sleeping in the actual bed instead of reclining my seat back.
It's
But
tough,
the
Ed.
2 months paid off, and I was like, I just put in the work and then finally got a spot. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people out there that does that, but not everybody has the ability to get out of it. Is what
Right,
gets crazy
right.
because
Because your
yeah,
earnings were a lot high. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot higher, but they were higher to the point where you could be like, all right, at that point, I'm out.
yeah.
But some people are just on the treadmill,
Yeah,
the
I saw
hamster.
the end of the tunnel at the beginning of it, so that's why I was able to take that risk because I knew that I trusted my work ethic and my skills at the trade that I was working in. At the time that, as everyone knows by now, it was the cable game, and that's how me and Sean actually met. But I knew that I was a skilled technician. That all I had to
Right,
do was get the job, and the rest would fall into place. And I just
right.
had to manage how
Time and
how I
dedication.
spent my money to make sure I would build the money I needed to get my place. So there was an end to it where some people, they're in this situation and their job doesn't pay enough to get them out. It just maintains their situation where at least they're
Mm,
living with food and shelter, but not enough to improve their shelter. Whereas the gentleman that you saw that lives across the way from where your storage unit is, he's gotten to the point where he's comfortable in a situation that he's
nah,
able
the
to at
nigga
least,
wasn't comfortable. He was
well, not
crying. Yeah. I know
oh,
what you
okay,
mean, but yeah,
but at least that
I
he
get
was
what
able to
you're saying. I get what
maintain some level of like, but he didn't see a way out. So that's what
you're saying. Right.
sucks.
Yeah. I just feel like more and more people are gonna be pushed into this box. I mean, let's keep it real. if me or you, if one of us lose our jobs, I mean, I did lose my job in December. I didn't get a new job till April. But for most people, you lose your job, you might be 2 or 3 paychecks away from being homeless.
Yeah.
Just like that, life comes at you
Yeah,
fast.
you get on the clock, you got 30 to 60 days. Most people 30 to 60 days before their whole lifestyle changes.
Yeah.
So it's like you got in 30 to 60 days, you think that's a lot. Like, no, because that means the turnaround. That's just 36 days till the time runs out. But there's also a cycle within that. That means you have to have, if it's 30 days, that means you got a week and a half to get a job.
Find a job.
If it's 60
You don't get
days, you
paid.
got maybe
Yeah.
2.5 weeks to find a job, because you have to start earning, and then when you first get your paycheck, that's another time that you have to wait for your paycheck.
Right.
And then the paycheck is the first couple of paychecks just catching up on the losses. And if those losses build, then it takes you longer. So that means that if it takes you a month to get a job, it's going to take you 3 months to get back to where you were at before you lost that job. It's crazy shit how this shit works, yo.
And it's crazy. I remember looking at the clock. I remember looking at the calendar like, damn, I ain't been working like 3 months. But by the grace of God, I was okay. I was good. But a lot of people don't have that buffer, dog. A lot of people don't have that buffer. And you see just how quick the streets become your life, the reality of this capitalism system we lives in. Everything costs. When you're not working and you're not having no income coming in, you realize, oh shit, I gotta buy paper towels, I gotta buy deodorant, I gotta buy toilet paper. On all of those nuanced things, we sort of just auto reorder in our minds and just pick it up as we go through. Let's say you're a single mom in this economy, your baby daddy not paying child support. Shout out to the real niggas that pay child support. I pay child support every month. Gang, 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 gang. If you're not paying child support, it's tough because the state might give you food stamps, but everywhere you go, like you said, rent ain't cheap, bro. In Baltimore, if you go to the projects, rent $1,200. They selling crack in your lobby and rent $1,200.
And that's the low rent.
That's the low rent. That's the rock rent. So, people, I don't want to scare anybody, but with the Mango Menace running things and this Iran war going on and how much we're expending on so many frivolous things, I'm not going to say his name. The Mango Menace hopped on. He had a meeting the other day and, he straight up told the public, he was like, we ain't got money for Medicaid. We got a war going right now. So what does that mean? People who, could be down, disabled vets or, disabled people with mental instabilities, people who may have lost a leg in a car accident and now they can't work, who rely on those social safety nets. The bread ain't there, man. So get your mind right, tighten up your belt. Spirit Airlines closed.
Yeah.
It's time.
You got to start rationing how you spend your money. And also prepare for the possibility of you not having an income for a period of time.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, when it does happen, oh man, it's either you have a lot of you have a lot of family members that's willing to help you out, or you're on the streets. And that's just bottom line. There's no ifs, ands, and maybes. And people really don't understand how many people are out there right now walking around with a place to live that are just one bad situation away from being homeless. And it's that crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. So yeah, peace and love to everybody. Squirrel away those nuts, as they say. Pause. All right. Yeah, let's move on. I know you hate this, brother, but Drizzy Drake just released, I was going to say a new album. He released 3 albums. I don't know why this motherfucker wearing the Michael Jackson glove now. I don't know why.
Because you know why.
Why?
Because you know why. Because probably A minor.
Oh, don't slide my man Mike like that.
It's not about Mike. Mike has allegations. This dude has
confirmations. Oh my God. Anyway, Drake put out a new cluster of
and he
albums.
Put that out himself. That's the crazy thing. It's like, why would you do that?
don't question the Canadians, man. That's where Tim Hortons at. He went from
Nah,
Tim
do you know
Hortons.
why he did that? Because, like I
Hortons to them.
said, when I first talked about Drake, I know people see me as a Drake hater. Call it what you want. I don't dislike the man. I think everybody deserves to do that. Like I said, as an artist, he's got skills. The problem is he's not authentic. He's not real, and that's just what it is. He's a
How you know he's not authentic
melting
though, Ed?
pot because he's a melting pot of other people. And the fact that he put Michael Jackson gloves only further proves that. It's like, what are you doing, yo?
Yeah, let's get
My
to
man
that.
tries to latch on to every trend that's out there, and he's basically like, the like those, what is it? Those collages, right? And you put all these pictures together. That's what he is. He's a collage. He's not the one picture. He's all the pictures.
But let me ask you this: as an artist, you're an artist. I'm an artist. We both are. We were both practice artistry in some sense. Do you feel that you are supposed to? I feel like for artists, you're supposed to filter in everything, and then push out your interpretation of everything. So I'll give myself for example. When I first started doing comedy, what I used to do a lot is I used to just get on the light rail and the bus and just no headphones, and I would just sit and I would just watch people come on, come off, look out the windows, and just pause, suck in the city, pause, and take it off. And then it gave me different perspectives. You would see
You could have said absorb.
Yeah, I could have choose better words there. You gotta help me out, Ed. You gotta help me out.
Yeah, I absorbed everything around me.
Yeah. I didn't mean to sponge it off. I sponged it up. I could have said something else.
Yeah, he gets that sponge.
That's a bad look. But
yeah, but suck it in though.
you're not judging my lifestyle. I appreciate that. But so is your gripe, you feel like he's not absorbing in it and then reinterpreting it through his lens? You feel like he's sucking it up like, oh, that's cool. Let me make my version of that. Not
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because look, even myself, like as an artist, I have influences and everything, but I'm putting myself into it. Like you can see that it's me when you hear it. Like, oh, I can hear these elements of this in it, but you hear it's me. For instance, like another person that's kind of like Drake is Nicki Minaj, is kind of like falls in the same vein for me, as far as somebody that is just trying to be different versions of other things, but don't take the time to just really put their self into it. The fact of the matter is, this dude has not evolved as an artist, lest we know that he's really just picking what's out there versus evolving himself. Because you can't still be. Look, I listened to his new album, all right, and does it sound good to the ear? Yes. Is it cohesive and so that? Yes. But the problem why it doesn't resonate with me, because I'm older, my perception evolves over time. So if I'm hearing somebody that sounds the same as they did when I first heard them, then there's a problem. That means they're not authentic, because an authentic person is always showing growth over time. And he doesn't show growth. He just shows pivots. Like, all right, I'm just gonna adjust the sound, but I'm not adjusting who I am. Like, why are you still talking about bitches and sex, and you've already done that? Like, you should have already moved on beyond that. Why are you talking about club shit when
what if that's
people
Drake?
in your age demographic don't go to the club? So why are you talking about the club?
I think Drake's still in his 30s.
I stopped going to the club at 27.
Well, I'm about to say he has to go to the club.
I don't think you should be in the club in the 30s. Performing in the club, okay, it makes sense. But also the reason why he has to go to the clubs is because he's making that type of music. So that's where that music resonates for the club. Yeah. He shouldn't be making music for the club no more. He's already been there, done that. That's one thing. He's already checked that box. He's killing that. He's crushed that box. He's beating a dead horse at this.
Beat the box. So like, where can Drake go? Because I think that's just him. I think that's just him.
That's why it's amazing that he loves
girls. He buys.
But he's not a boy no more. He's a man.
Him out.
He's not a boy.
He's a trick. He's a trick. He loved being a trick. So he rap about tricking.
It should be was.
I think Drake can't talk about running down on nobody with the tool. He can't talk about Like what? I'm trying to figure out what else could he talk about. I don't know what else he could talk about.
A lot
It's
of
Aubrey
things.
from Degrassi. At the end of the day, he the nigga in a wheelchair from Degrassi on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
He
but
can't he a black Jew. He
look, what
Jewish.
can
He
I
from
talk about?
Canada.
Look, I'm not. Did I talk about nothing? No, I'm talking about holding on to me, sueños. And if you listen to my verses, guess what?
I'ma
None of my
hold on to
verses.
me sueños.
Listen to my content. I'm not talking about nothing other than what that's prevalent to myself or prevalent to something I'm experiencing or witnessing. So it's artistry and poetry and writing is all about your perception of things. So the fact is he's keeping himself in that environment, so therefore that's all he's going to talk about. Only thing he cares about is the notoriety of being that lover boy. But you have to evolve. That's why Prince was Prince and they became the artist and he became more. Jay-Z's 444 album wasn't the same as Hard Knock Life album.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? All of Drake's albums sound the same. There's no evolutionary change.
I just think Drake is a R&B
It's just
artist.
played out to me.
I think he's an R&B artist. If you listen to some of these Iceman album songs, he's not talking about
He literally
like
said
that.
a line, and I quote, I'm glad I listened to some of it. This is what really took me out. He really said a line, I quote, is like, these guys are still passing around girls that I was smashing when I was at the height of my career. Why is that even something you worried about? Because those girls that you were smashing at the height of your career are the same girls that other guys smashed at the height of theirs. So that's an evolutionary thing. That means that you're still talking about something that happened in the past. You're no longer that same Drake, or are you still trying to hold on to that lover boy moniker, still making out with 16-year-olds on the stage? Like, what are we doing here, yo?
I ain't know about that. He was kissing on some young bitches.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why Kendrick Lamar said A minor and all that, because there's a video footage that he didn't know the girl was 16 at the time, but he was in his 20s at the time. Early in his career, he was in his 20s, and a girl came on the stage and he made out with her on the stage. She ended up being 16. The girl 16 obviously stuck up for him, saying, "Oh, it's no big deal, this and that." Nothing came out of it, but the fact of the matter is that he wasn't concerned about that. Because he's in his 20s. We could laugh about it, but the fact of the matter is you're still making music of that mentality in your late 30s. I think that that's a problem because you're not evolving as a human being. You know what I mean? People at his age normally already has wife and kids and family. He's still talking about going to the clubs and making fun of people because of them doing it to girls that he's been with in the height of his career. So what? What is it? Of course they're going to do that.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, you ain't been hurt. That's why you ain't been hurt yet.
Oh, yeah, I've been hurt.
I like that.
I just don't think that way no more. I just don't think that way no more. And of course, that his music caters to the 20 crowd. So his demographic. All right, here's what I'm really saying. I don't dislike.
It's a lot of people listening to that, Ed.
But his demographic is probably teenagers to 25, somewhere in there. Once you get to
I'm listening to that shit.
Yeah, because you're what's called the diehard. Like, you've been following them, so you're just going to accept it and make
no. You're not about to give me that title as a PDF too. Hold on now. Wait a minute. I ain't kissed on no minors. What I'm saying. So two things.
No, I know that you don't do that.
I'm not no diehard Drake fan. I'm like, I was just listening to Big Crit when I woke up. I'm a hip hop. I like rap. I like all types of music. I was listening to Led Zeppelin last night on the way home from the comedy club. Woke up to Big Crit. But what I'm saying is, if you listen to some of these songs on his album, it's more diversified. It's a lot. He talking about all the people that turned on him during.
Yeah. Payback right now is my favorite song that I've heard thus far. That song actually was talking about something that's going on to him, for him, or during a certain period of his life. Mm-hmm. Now that is, I felt feelings of him in there, right? That's where I felt like this music now is hitting something because I feel substance.
Okay.
But the other songs, I don't feel substance, especially the first 3 songs. I didn't even realize that there were 3 songs. I thought I was still listening to the same song right off the bat. I was like, how is it that I'm 3 songs in, but I feel like I'm still listening to the same song? I literally felt that. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Finally, Payback came in. And that's where he has the sample, free, wanna be free. That song was hitting, and that's my style. That's actually my vein of music. Like, I would have made a track, like I would have chosen an instrumental, and I would have rapped over it. Yeah, free. You know what I'm talking about?
Denise Williams.
Yeah, yes, yo. That song is dope, and that sample, the way he used that sample was dope, and I like that song. But just because I like a song doesn't mean that I like the whole package, because the whole package has.
Whisper My Name too. That should be rocking. He take the little like
I whisper.
the cartoon joint at the
It was
beginning.
creative. It was creative, but it was a self-indulgent track, and I don't know. Maybe see, because hip hop is about being braggadocious about yourself, and it's cool. But I don't know why it doesn't work for me when it comes to him, because I find him to be corny. So when he's
you just don't like light skinned niggas, yo. Light skinned niggas, we back. We back.
I just, like I said, he's creating a persona based on other personas.
So last thing before we close this segment out, him at this point of his career, Drake is a brand, right? It's more, and this is just what I'm thinking. He's more than just an individual artist now. It's people who depend on him to eat. That whole OVO label, he got publicists, he got producers, he got makeup artists, he has choreographers, press people. Like, there's people dependent on him. So I feel like once you get to that point, your goal becomes keeping the train rolling. And sometimes you got to disassociate from your, and I'm telling you, Ed, I feel like you would do the same thing. If you hit, like, if your record blew up and now you got 35 people working underneath you, taking a pivot to what might not work, as opposed to going, I know this shit gonna hit if I run some shit like this. I got research people saying, yo, this is the sound in the street right now. This will gross us $65 million. Are you gonna take that way, or are you gonna, everybody can't be Michael Jackson and just be so innovative to be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do my own thing. I think he's in a point where he's trying to keep his team fed, so he's gonna go for the sure thing.
Yeah, I can respect that, but of course, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm not sitting there saying he shouldn't have success, because his music is consistently in the vein of what it is. But that's the same reason why it's not my cup of tea, because like I said, I'm not gonna like listen, when I was like 12, 13, I loved the Disney songs and stuff. Now I just sing them as fun, as memory, as nostalgia. I sing them to myself because it's nostalgia. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be driving around listening to be our guest. So to me, that's what Drake is to me. He's what I would have loved to listen to when I was 18 to 25.
Let me tell you this. I ride around at least once a month bumping Be a Man from Mulan. Remember that song? Let's get down to business to defeat.
Yeah, but no.
The Huns.
Listen, you know why that song is, because that song also has a different feel to it. It's
Be a man. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
You like that song way more than I do, but that's truth.
My shit. I'm sorry.
But what I mean, you know what my favorite song for that is Colors of the Wind.
Can you sing with all the mountains of a mountain?
Yeah.
You
that song right there. Have you ever seen the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
Mulan had some bangers on it.
Why he grinned. Anyways,
shout out to the Hong Dynasty, nigga.
Yeah. So anyways, the point of the matter is like, he fits the demographic, and that's fine. But what I want to see is some evolution. So what he's doing now, I think, is great.
Fair.
He's getting out of his contract. Now he has creative control. Right. What is he going to do with it? Did you go through all of this just to put out the same shit and just be the same? Then you might as well took your time and put those 3 albums in and took your time with it. Because those are 3 albums. Those 3 albums are really just 45 songs of one album that he just split into 3. Because the themes are too similar for you to just call them 3 different albums.
Timepiece, yeah.
They're just track sets, right? So that's fine. You got out of the contract because you contractually fulfilled your obligation. Now you have the creative control. Let's see who Drake really is. Mm-hmm. Take some time to really dive deep into who you are as a person and incorporate that into your artistry, so that way you can separate yourself from that A minor song that you despise so much? Because honestly, all he's doing is creating the same music that put him in that situation and put him in that box to begin with. So yeah, he survived because he has a fan base. Yeah, he survived because his music sounds good, but he didn't survive the public opinion that came from it. People still look at him that way. It's just he has his loyal fan base, just like Beyonce got her Beehive, and Nicki Minaj got, what's the name of her fan base?
The Thought Hive.
The Thought Hive? Is that really what it's called?
No.
Oh.
The Thought Hive. That's great.
She has her fan base, so she always feels like she won, even though she got slaughtered by what's the name?
Ice Spice, I don't know. Remy Ma,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Remy Ma. Even though she got slaughtered by Remy Ma and didn't really reply, and then her reply to Megan Thee Stallion was whack as hell too, by the way.
Yeah, Nikki fell off, but she was a bad bitch. But anyway, so yeah, man.
So that's my whole take on Drake.
The Drake album. We already know how you feel about Drake. The new Drake.
That's
album.
my take on Drake. It's like he's everyone. That's my verse. He doesn't know who he is because everyone. But narratives, like I always tell people, that's the narrative that I see of you. But narratives can change.
Yeah,
change the narrative. Show us more of who you actually are, and not just some dude that makes music around what's trending. Take an original approach and be an original artist and see what happens, because you do got the skill to do it. So put the time to do it.
I don't know, man. 500 million views across all of them songs.
I don't care about the views. Days. It doesn't matter about the views. It's
that's
like
all that matters, bro. If you an artist, all that matters is getting your art out there.
That's not true. I disagree.
What matters?
What matters is authenticity.
But if nobody listening, or if nobody,
I don't care. I'm still authentic.
But that don't matter.
I get 10. Well, I mean, I also don't do music as like when I do music, I don't even do it for. I'm not trying to make money off my shit. I'm just trying to put out my artistry.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about consumption. So music, acting, comedy, painting, playing a flute, you want people to hear your shit, or else you wouldn't make it. At the end of the day, you want people to hear it and tell you whether it's good, whether it's trash, whether it's so. You want people to see you perform. If you're not penetrating, then you might as well just do it in your house. And at least that's my perspective. You put it out there, and we all get like that no matter what we're producing. But right before you drop it, I know right before I try a new joke, I'm like, oh shit. Because you're sensitive. You took time and you've thought about this.
No, that's true. That's true.
So getting it out there and having a positive reception is everything as far as an artist, because it's a piece of you. Now, what you're saying is this shit ain't a piece of him. It's orchestrated, manufactured shit. So I get
he's a manufacturer. That's what he everything about him feels manufactured.
Okay. Hence the authenticity. Okay, I feel you.
So maybe the answer is our answer is down the middle. Maybe our answer is the middle ground of what me and you are both saying. There's a middle ground between authenticity and being marketable, and you got to find the middle ground,
the perfect blend.
Of the two things. And I mean, I think, look at, for instance, like it's crazy how Drake is such a consistent artist. Like he's always got consistency on his side. And then you got someone like Kendrick Lamar who only comes out seasonally, right? But when he does come out, he creates noise.
Right.
Like everything happens as soon as he pops out. And I think that's part of what makes him a little different, is that he'll go away and come back with a vengeance, and everyone will start talking about it, whether they're hating on him or not. They can't stop talking about it.
It's a topic,
because he creates that
buzz,
that vacuum, and he just pulls everything in at that point. And I think that's the balance that he possesses, is that he comes out and he always has a new type of flow or sound or something that's different, but he also has in what he's talking about. He's intentional.
Fire.
Yeah, he's always intentional on what he's talking about, and I think that's the difference. And that's why I gravitate towards that artist, like a Talib Kweli, like a Common, you know what I'm saying, like a Pharoah Monch. Like those are most depth.
No.
those are the artists that I resonate to, and I feel like an artist like Jay-Z is someone that fits the middle ground of those two type of artists. Dead Prez, huge like politically based rap going against modern America and its values in the school system, and you know what I mean, pulling the like the Public Enemy. You know, and Dead Prez is kind of like that. Dead Prez is like the new Public Enemy and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I got you. It's different.
Drake is like the MC Hammer. Like Drake is like MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. You know what I'm saying?
My music is so hard it make you say,
"Oh my Lord, thank you, blessed me."
Get the fuck out of here! Get out of here! I'm not fucking with you.
That's Drake. He's MC Hammer, yo. Get out of here.
Oh
Drake.
my Lord, I'm not fucking with you. Yo. All right. Moving on, y'all. Moving on. Things are getting futuristic, as you see with me and Ed's background. You know, we always talk about this all the time. We are very wanderlust when it comes to space. Unfortunately, I don't think in our lifetime, Ed, we'll see any type of meaningful deep space exploration where we might meet ET and shit. But we're creeping down that road. This week, Elon Musk officially announced that his company SpaceX will IPO, which means initial public offering, allowing the average American, everyday American, to invest in a company that is poised to strike the future. If you take a look at this image right here, there was a monumental. We talked about it in pre-production, Ed. There was a monumental image from I think the 20s or 30s of some iron workers, some construction guys from the 20s. Building, I believe it was the Empire State Building in New York City, where they were sitting on some girders, some iron girders, way up high, eating their lunch.
Wasn't it the Golden Gate Bridge or something like that? I thought it was one of the bridges in California.
It could have been. I'm not one of.
I'm just thinking about it now. I think that's what it was, or maybe it was. I think there might be a picture for that too. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the city. But anyway, you know, that was a monumental image that you know sort of time stamped the boom of the Industrial Revolution, and how America was creeping out of that archaic world into these modern cities that we have today. Elon Musk presented this image of his vision of Mars, where we have some Tesla bots there sitting on some girders. You know, it's satirical as hell, talking to each other. Of course, the robots wouldn't be. Elon is working the shit out of us this week. You know, they wouldn't be talking about it. They're robots, but they're on Mars. And if you look down below, you can see some colonization of Mars going on there. In the background, you see a rocket taking off, which could be going to get more people from Earth or to further deep, you know, explore space. But this begs the question, Ed. So we you know, this is real now. This is happening. Unlike the moon landing, we can have some questions about. These companies are dumping billions. These companies and countries around the world, Korea, Japan, Russia, China, the European Union, of course, the United States, even some South American and African countries are trying to get in on the space race to put their hat in the ring, so to speak, as far as colonization of planets outside of Earth. They're saying that all of this is for the embetterment of people, to make sure the continuation of of Earth. But I just wanted to ask you, what do you think their end goal is? One, and then two, what do you think we'll find out there that we might not necessarily be looking for? So attack that first question first. What do you think their end goal is in colonizing these other planets?
The very first thing is the end goal is like, yes, it's the betterment of the race, cool, but there's a group that is specific in that, and it's like, you know, the people that are on that higher tax bracket are the ones that are going to be just like, you know, you're watching that show Paradise, where, you know, they have that mountain that they created that bunker in. That's all Mars is another colonization for the inevitability of Earth being uninhabitable. They have another location to continue. Do you think that your next door neighbor is going to be in there?
Oh, from the storage unit?
No one's going to be in there. He's not going to be in there. They're not thinking about him, because they're only thinking about the people that they see around them. You know, every time we do something, the first people we think about is our peers, the people around us, our immediate family members that we care about, and our peers around us. You're not going to be calling California, a state you've never been to, and say, hey, you know, can you gather me 20 people from your homeless shelter? No. You're
We
not.
need to ensure the continuation of the homeless
So
rate.
this is a huge billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar to trillion-dollar project that's going on, undertaking that's going on, and the only people that's going to be going there are people that were part of it or adjacent to the people who are part of it. That's it.
And can
Now,
keep
does that
fueling
help
it
the human
financially,
race?
yeah.
Sure, it does, but just remember what that really means. So that way you don't think like, oh, he's helping us all. It's like, no, so don't put your hands up in the air going, praise. No, ain't no praise there. Good for you, but unless you find your way to get on that boat, on that lifeboat that travels through space into that colonization, and that's just that part. The other part is, what will they find? We've seen plenty of movies now, and you know, there's always been this thing. You know, you and me are always thinking about these conspiracies about life in the galaxy,
Right.
and this might be. I want this to happen just so, so shit does go down. You know,
You want to laugh at me?
Guess who's gonna be safe? The little guy that's down here that has no business being up there in the first place. So
well,
then when that shit,
Ed, they could open a door. You know,
oh yeah.
If they come from here, they be like, where these niggas come from? They scan your mind and shit, and they've tracked the path back to Earth.
Now they've infiltrated us.
Now you here now. Hello,
Who's to say
Mr.
that didn't
Andrew.
already happen? And Elon Musk is a Martian right now.
I think he is so in just flat. Oh, he might be. He might be trying to call his homies. That's why he doing this. Elon phone home.
It's like Elon is only going back home.
I wanna go.
Why does he have the formula to survive in Mars?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, he like we talked about pre-show. His goal is by 2028, which is a year and a half. I mean, you could say 2.5 years because it could be the back end of 28. But by 2028,
does he mean by 2028 to start this, or are you talking about finished?
To have the infrastructure set. Ed, when I'm telling you, they're throwing so much money at this stuff. Like,
so who's over there now?
Rovers.
So they got the AI animatronics already involved in this currently.
Animatronics, Chuck E. Cheese up there, bitch.
I said AI animatronics.
Oh,
there's an AI computer in there, and it thinks, and then you have control over it on the.
So up there right now, I think they have rovers and like little terraforming small, like you know those domes and shit. Remember that movie with Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
What the fuck? Did you just turn into AI? I think it's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
But he I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it was just called Mars. But he was stuck up there, and he had like a little
oh yeah
60 by 60-foot bubble, and he was growing. That's what they have up there now. What I'm talking about, they're trying to get ore refineries and mineral refineries, rigs, and they're trying to build a place.
And they're using AI technology to try to advance this because that means that they could be there without being there.
No, they want to be there. I want to.
No, I'm saying like before we could be there, we have to make it. We have to make it inhabitable.
That's gonna be their crash out zone. When this shit crash out, they're gonna be like, "Damn, I'm sorry to hear that."
So they're gonna create a biodome.
Pauly Shore, yes sir. They're gonna
Mars.
be Pauly Shore out that bitch. I believe art imitates or predicts the trajectory of life. Yeah. Everything they show us is predictive.
These are ideas that's already in existence. That's why we have all of these invasion things and stuff. That means that also lets us know that there is life. We'd be naive to think that we're the only life in the whole entire galaxy.
Come on. This shit's so big, pause. It's like, how could you think it's just us? Now,
we're a speck. We're the speck in the history of the galaxy. Just a speck.
I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he was just talking about how long if you were traveling at the speed of light, how long it would take to get to the edge of our galaxy. Not solar system, the galaxy outside of the Milky Way galaxy. Yeah. It would take like billions of years. And then it's also billions of galaxies outside of that. Space is so expansive. Mm-hmm.
It's beyond our realm of understanding. It's beyond our realm of understanding.
Exactly. So it's just like it's
Whatever
insane.
you're imagining is beyond that.
It's
Beyond
insane,
that.
man. It's insane. So what do you think they want to do with this?
Same as anything,
Just to bail out on them?
it's a contingency plan, like, Paradise, like all these shows that's coming out now, movies of the apocalyptic stuff, like, you got Fallout, where they have all these underground bunkers. All of these things are happening. They've already happened. They've already been explored. They've already been created to a degree, and we're just trying to find new ways to expand colonization outside of Earth, because the inevitability is that Earth does have a shelf life, and eventually, all stars eventually die. The sun is not forever, and when the sun is no longer enriching our planet, we all will die. Or we're speeding up the process by destroying our ozone layer, destroying our habitat, or all overpopulation, or creating new diseases by experimenting with different scientific things and creating different strands of new diseases. Man, COVID 2000 kills everybody. The point of the matter is,
Virus.
it's all about contingency plans to extend life as a population, but then also the exploration of trying to immortalize ourselves, where rich people are still exploring AI with reanimation,
Yeah, we
saying,
was just talking about that. Frozen.
can we quantify the human soul? And if we can, that means as our human soul a form of consciousness, can we take that and turn it into data and insert it into something? That movie Chappie explored that. Why does that movie even exist? Because these ideas are being explored.
Yes.
And while we are talking about inhabiting other planets, they're also talking about how can I live forever? Because that's what rich people do when they have everything they want. They look for something else that they can't have. You know what I mean? What is the one thing that you cannot buy in this world? Is time. Time travel is another exploration. Can we explore time? Is time something that you can go in different points? And if that's the case, or is it multilinear, where it's a multiverse? All of these things and ideas that we see in movies are things that people are exploring. But in the end, it's the rich people that can make these things go. So in the end, the rich people are helping the rich people
get to their means to the end.
Get to their means to end. And that's all it is. There's no difference.
Guess what them billionaires say when they're about to die, but they want to keep living?
I'ma hold on to me, sueños.
Niggas ain't trying to die, boy. And say, what's that? All right, man. Guys, me and Ed could go on.
We could talk about this forever, but there's so much there to look at, and like, what can we find in our explorations? Disasters can be found. You know what I mean? What was that movie? I forget that movie. And then it came to Earth, and the thing was in the pod with them. Can't remember. And it ended within the pod, and that's going to create an invasion. Oh well, whatever. It's a whole nother movie. It's movies where, just like you said,
what was it called?
Life. Yes, that's what it was.
The
Life.
Thingy thing.
Yeah. And then they thought that they survived. They got back and it was in the pod with them. And like, it's a wrap now.
Yeah, because it was unstoppable. It was like, but yeah,
it was unstoppable. So it's like that's the scary thing, is that they go to Mars and finally, we've made it to where humans can go over there, and whatever's there has been waiting, because it doesn't react to non-living things. Then you introduce biomatter into that population, and all of a sudden this little this microorganism waiting to take over our brain, and all of a sudden it's like, I picked myself on this rock. I just stepped myself with this rock. Oh, it's all right, just put a band-aid on it. All of a sudden he wakes up the next morning, and his old eyes are black now. Then he goes back to Earth.
Now he out here fucking with an organism.
And then just like that movie, what was that movie? And then all you have to do is kiss the person, and everybody's like,
oh yeah, that was crazy. Hunching disease. All right, guys. So let us know what y'all think about this. This is a very expensive topic.
That movie. Was it Pluribus? Remember Pluribus? That was an invasion movie that I thought about something else, and they start kissing people, and all of a sudden, remember they had a formula they found from space. they recreate the formula, and then this lady got bit by the rat, and then all of a sudden she's smiling, and then she starts kissing her coworker, and they start kissing each other, and everybody became except. And there's only like I think it was only like 8% of the world were immune to it, to that invasion. So that these 8% had to live with all these people being all like
craziness. So yeah, let us know. Drop in the comments what y'all think about this, man. What do y'all think we may find out there in space? And let us know what y'all think, Elon. Just like Robert, what are you really up to, Robert? Elon,
what are you up to, Elon?
What are you really up to? What's really going on?
What are you up to, Elon?
All right, guys, you already know what it is, man. We are at the back end of the show, and if you don't know, you a silly asshole. Put your hands together for the highly anticipated, always waited on, and very underrated Poppy's Sports Talk. Hey! Today we look at that money-on when it comes to the sports world. We're gonna be talking money this week. Money. My dog, the great, the I don't even know what superlatives I could give him. The greatest white man on earth, my man Matthew Stafford, aka Statty Daddy. He signed an extension this week with the Los Angeles Gods. I mean the Los Angeles Rams. $55 million 1 year extension. He's staying in LA, baby girl. But that signing, it's a 1 year deal, so we're it's not like
it's a 1 year extension.
1 year extension.
Remember, he's already on contract for this year. That means that this year he's already on contract and extends in one more. So it gives him the ability to play this year and next year.
He probably might retire this year, but I don't know why I think he's gonna retire this year, but especially if we win that chip. But anyway, that extension took him to the highest paid historically player of all time. The great Matthew Stafford has earned more money than any other player to ever don the NFL shield. If you look below there, you have Aaron Rodgers right on his heels, who what did he announced this week, right, Ed, that this is going to be his last season?
Yeah, he's definitely said this is his last season. So I guess he wanted to finish out that season, finish out on a high, because, he expressed on how much fun he's had that he hasn't had in a long time playing football. And he wanted to give it another run of it. Now with McCarthy there, he's reunited with his old coach.
Yeah.
And I guess that's enough for him to try at least do one more season. But what is it going to amount to? I really hope he just finishes the season healthy. That's really what I just comes down to. Just finish the season healthy. I don't see the Steelers even being a threat in the division.
Did they make a playoff push last year?
They made the playoffs.
Okay. So
they got stomped.
Damn. Okay. So yeah. So we got Aaron Rodgers there. We got Sweet Thomas Brady right behind them at 33. And this is excluding, because if you throw in advertising and shit, I'm sure Thomas would be the number one. You got Kirk Cousins and all that there. So the question here is, Ed, do you think this is a multi-layered question here? Do you think there will ever be a time where the highest paid player outside, receiver, DN, because you got people like Myles Garrett who getting big bread, you getting Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, who are getting big $45 million contracts. Stafford's is 55, so it's not far off. Do you ever think there'll be a time in the NFL where a player other than a quarterback will be the highest paid player in the league unilaterally?
Yeah, I believe that it shouldn't. The quarterback is obviously the most important position on any football team, but the possibility is always going to be there because, especially the past 3 seasons, we've seen some of these non-quarterbacks get paid astronomically larger and reset the market on a different scale. And the NFL, since it's cap oriented, it creates it makes it it makes it more market based. So it's like now we got what's called the median and the low and the high and the median of salary for each position, and we kind of already have an idea of what each position carries. And then of course every season there's going to be a player that resets that market by a few million here and there. Then you got the generational talents like Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, these generational talents at those positions that create huger jumps in resetting the market. And they could either become one-offs or become the new standard. Right. And I think that the truth is going to lie in the middle of those two things, because obviously you can't look at everybody as a Myles Garrett. TJ Watt I would put in the similar category, but the only difference is Myles Garrett is healthy on a consistent basis, where TJ Watt, if he was, he'd be on the same level. But that's the only difference. But then you got that part as well, because you got some talent that's on that level of talented but can't stay on the field. So then your market value drops. So everything is market value. And I don't think there should ever be a position that goes higher than the quarterback. But teams like the Browns, Raiders, these organizations, Jets, that just love to do stupid shit, will overpay their players, or Bengals will overpay their players to a higher level just to satisfy keeping them.
It's like they like, what else we got?
We have to give you an offer you can't refuse, because the only reason why a person would stay for less is because they have a chance to achieve greatness, which is winning a championship. So what are you going to choose? The money or the legacy? You know what I'm saying? That's what football has now become: money or legacy, money or legacy. Is there a way that I could get both? You know what I'm saying? So in order for that to happen, that creates a weird instability of how this market is going to be adjusted. And players like Myles Garrett, who gets up to those 40 millions, that used to be quarterback money 5 years ago, because now quarterback money is 55 to 60 right now, thanks to Dak Prescott and the Josh Allens and the Joe Burrows of the world that have raised the market up to 55, 60. Dak Prescott's got the 60. He's still got the highest valued contract at the 60 mil. You know what I'm saying? So I think Lamar's about to breach that 55 also. So he's on the.
He coming up for contract renewal.
He just did a restructure, and they've been in negotiations. So we're seeing that Lamar's probably going to get an extension, because right now we just freed up cap, but his area where next year he's hitting the cap at 60 to 70 million now. So it means in order for us to keep our team in contention, we have to either keep restructuring Lamar's contract or give him an extension. So that's where they're at now. They settled on a restructure, but he's going to probably breach that 55. So he's going to be somewhere between 55, 60. If not, hit 61 and reset it again.
He might reset it. Yeah.
So when that happens,
else pay Lamar.
Myles Garrett created a huge jump, because it was going for the 25s to the 30s, then now went right up to the 40s. And that's also what what's the other edge rusher that Will Anderson, who also who jumped it up too. So yeah, I think that every time that one of these players get close to the QB resets again and gets higher. But no one's going to catch the QB because they have such a big gap in pay. But it's possible that a Browns team does some dumb shit. So we can't say that it's not going to happen, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
it shouldn't happen.
Okay, I got you. I like that. I like that POV. So my next question would be, so let's pull this back up again. So ever in the history of the game, Matt Stafford has made, and you adjust for inflation and the value of the dollar and things like that. But do you think that football players should be the highest paid players, period, because of the requirements on their body? If you look at any other sports, niggas might have arthritis and toe pain and shit like that. But in football, you walk in like you 85 at 55. Like sometimes you see some of these old players come back to the halftime show and bang a gong or present an award, and they really walk in very gingerly, I would say. And you fucked up, for lack of better words. Do you think football players should be paid higher than any other sport? Let's take a look at real quick before you chime in. Let's take a look at baseball and basketball. So basketball, here we got LeBron is the highest grossing ever with $529 million pretty much. 3 players in basketball history have earned more than Matthew Stafford ever has. So that's already surpassing what he got. And then we got baseball here with just the largest contract. So this isn't even career earnings. This is just active contract or contracts that have been the highest gross in here. And we have another 4 people outside of promotions as well, outside of advertising as well. So reverting back to that question, Ed, do you think football should be the highest paid unilaterally?
Yeah. I mean, you look at it from a standpoint of each sport and the dangers that come with it. Yeah, football definitely poses more dangers because they have the contact ability that's part of it. But from an athletics point of view, you can't really say that each level of sport has a higher or lesser form of athleticism that's involved, because they all
With
involve
the demand,
a
yeah.
lot of the similar things, where that's a lot of high movement, and change of direction and speed. All of these things are entailed with all of these, with baseball, football, and basketball, but they're just applied in different ways. So that means that all of these athletes have to stay in shape in some shape or form or fashion. And a lot of these injuries are happening during the training periods. So if we look at it from like a scale, it says how many people get injured. How often do we see where players are getting injured preparing for a
In
season?
camp or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that happens so much. But then you also, where football also has that happen during games a little often because of hits and stuff like that. But it's more brain injury. But football is more dangerous because of that contact.
Hmm.
But should they be paid more? Sure, there should be a fractionally more. But why is baseball the highest, and then it's basketball, then football? Well, football is the newest of the sports. It's Baseball's been around the longest, and then basketball, then you got football, right? And then you look at it, marketability. Baseball has been always thought as America's sport. You know what I mean? So it was a point where baseball was so important to America that during wartime, when the women became baseball players, and then it spawned a movie called League of Their Own, because all the men were drafted and this and that, and they wanted to keep baseball alive. That they brought women in a time when women were not even looked at as someone that should be in that position.
Yeah.
That they put them in that position because they wanted to keep that sport alive. Baseball just has a different level. They have no cap. A lot of money comes into baseball, so no matter what, that's why they have such a higher number, and because of the stance that baseball has in America, as far as that. But is that changing?
I
Because
forgot
now,
that it's a lot more games too in baseball.
yeah,
I just
it's the seasons are the longest. You know what I mean?
basketball
Football has
too,
the
yeah.
shortest seasons, right? But look at football. Why do you think football now is doing everything it can to become international? They're trying to find ways to expand their money. You know what I mean? They've pretty much capped out what they're going to make
Spent
in
my money.
America. They capped out. So what did they do? They start saying, let's start putting football in other countries, because they're not really familiar with American football, because football is
Football
soccer
Americana.
in other countries. So now that they call it football americano, and then now that we're going to South America now, Ravens are going to be playing down there in Brazil. Then we got
Rio,
games. We got games in Brazil. We got games in Mexico. We got
Melbourne.
games in Germany. We got games in England. Like, it's
You gotta have
expanding on
games
a
on
global
Mars too.
level. And the crazy thing is, why don't we have games in Canada? Canada has their own football league. And I see in the future having an international division, where they might put
That'll
2
be
more
so dope,
divisions in
yo.
it, where these international teams, and then put neutral locations in America for these international teams to have their home games here, as well
Like
as
our Pro Bowl team versus the Nigerian football team versus the Chinese football team.
correct.
That'll be
That'd
so
be
dope,
crazy.
yo.
Yo, it would be super dope. But that's the reason why you see football's creeping up to basketball now. They already
Mhm.
started stealing Christmas from them.
Still
Because
Grinch.
Christmas is known for basketball, and football always had Thanksgiving. But now
Mhm.
football says, we don't just want Thanksgiving,
We
we
want
want
all
your
that.
Christmas too.
Give
Give
me
it
that.
to us. Give
That's
me
great.
that. And you know who they used to steal Christmas? Lamar Jackson. He's the first 2 Christmas games were Lamar Jackson games, and it wasn't because it's Ravens. It's because what
The name.
Lamar Jackson
Electric.
has brought this electricity to the kids, and the kids fuel fandoms. Kids fuel fandoms. If the
They see
kids
him as a
can't,
YN. They see
yeah,
Lamar as a YN. He just a
yeah,
young
that's
nigga
what
like them.
they see, but the kids see him as everything, right?
Mhm.
And
No, the
Lamar
kids
is,
see him as that too. They like he just like us because Lamar be out.
yeah,
He
yeah,
wear the
yeah,
same
yeah.
shit they wear. He talk like they talk, you know.
Well, I wasn't sure that you was seeing YN as a negative, or if I wasn't sure
Oh
how you
no,
was
yeah,
incurring that.
it is what it is. A young nigga,
All right,
he a young nigga just like them.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's why in the around that kids all want his jerseys for Christmas, this and that. When they go to a game, this and that.
Relatable, yeah.
So they use that. And what did Lamar get for it though? That's what I want to know.
Shit it
Because
on.
that Netflix deal, I 100% am certain that a lot of the reason why the Netflix deal happened is because Lamar Jackson. He
What
should have
Netflix
definitely
are you
got
talking
peace.
about?
They did a multi-billion-dollar 3-season Netflix deal for Christmas. Netflix got
Oh,
Christmas.
I
That's
didn't
why
know
all the
that.
Christmas games happen on Netflix.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
Hell yeah! Why do you think Lamar Jackson played 2 Christmas in a row? And you know why they didn't play a third? Lamar's like, man, I ain't trying to play Christmas every year. And he
Trying to
said
be
it
my daughter.
in the press conference. I love Christmas, but I don't want to play it every year. Next, you know, he wasn't in the third Christmas. He shouldn't have been. They were using his like, and Lamar's basically saying, "You ain't even paying me extra."
Right. And I'm the face of this.
Christmas. Yeah,
I'm the flagship of this. Yeah. So,
but look what football's done to close the gap to the NBA. And they should be paid more higher, but we have to look at the logistics of the thing. Why the WNBA don't get paid like NBA players? Because it's marketability. How much money can you bring in? The NBA, that's why, you know, players like Kobe Bryant, who put so much into the WNBA, rest in peace. I think Kobe would have been a huge reason why WNBA would be further along now if Kobe and his daughter was around, because he was doing everything he can to lift that WNBA to a certain level, so that way when his daughter entered the league, she'd go in there with something, you know what I mean? And that sucks that happened, but that's why the WNBA is slowly getting more, and then the profit share. They're paying the girls a higher percentage now. Basketball has a higher profit share than football, but football is changing now because the cap keeps growing. Every year, the cap goes up a good $100 million, which creates a higher cap. And that's the reason why players are getting paid. The market keeps resetting every year because the cap resets every year.
More money to spend. Yeah.
More money to spend. So football should get paid higher, but I don't think that I think football is going to pass the NBA for sure. But I don't think it'll pass baseball, because I think where baseball is always going to be a step higher as far as pay.
How many players are on a baseball team? I don't know.
Shit, that's a good question. A lot more than football, though, because baseball also has the subdivision leagues, the
Armor
leagues below.
and shit.
Yeah. So I think football should start incorporating that. Haven't they started something like that already?
Don't give me the line, but
but we might be getting to that stage.
They got practice squad players for sure. It's a whole 30 motherfuckers on the practice squad.
Only like 18% of all these college players make it to the NFL. What happens to all the other players?
I think that's being generous. 18%, because you think about
who's it like?
It's 100. It's like 8%. It's like 114 D1 schools. Then you got probably the same.
We're talking about 8%. 8%.
Probably less than that, Ed.
8%. I think it is. I know there's an 8 in it. I thought it was 18.
0.8%.
8% of those kids coming out of college make it to the pro level. What happens to the other 92% that are at least should be good enough to at least have a chance? All they can, yeah. Exactly. So having different leagues would be great. That's why international football is important, because it's giving them the avenue to say, hey, you could play overseas, and they create a league over there and start building that league, and then finally make a division, because that's something that's going to take time.
Yeah, it takes time.
I think football eventually will get up there, but it's not going to get up there because they deserve to get paid more, because they do, but because their marketability is going up. And right now, football on the international level is growing on a year-to-year basis.
It's exciting. To me, it's the most exciting sport. So I think once it catches on outside of here, it'll blow up. But it's a time game. It's a time game. All right, guys. That was I appreciate y'all kicking it with us. That has been another segment of Poppy's Sports Talk. Let me not keep my mouth open like that.
But also, congrats to Matthew Stafford, though. You know what I mean? All those years he was playing. I'm gonna do this for you real quick.
Hell,
he was with the Lions and showing how. I mean, I remember his rookie year still to this day when he hurt his freaking clavicle, and he went
he's
back in there, threw a touchdown pass to win the game, and then bounced out and was injured, son. And I was like, that's when you knew that Stafford was the real deal. You know what I'm saying? He was a real. He literally was getting taken out the game, and before the coaches could do anything, he ran on the field, said, "Fuck that, I'm going to finish the game." Throws a touchdown pass. They were mad, but also they respected what he did.
That's grit.
And
I
then,
know Detroit Monica now is grit, but that was grit back then.
Yeah, I think he laid the foundation for grit, and then that's why he deserved what he deserves what he got, man. He deserves to achieve that status because what he's meant to the Rams, because he was the missing piece. And I think that you guys drafting that quarterback behind him, I think they're saying we're giving him 2 years. So if we can make some success with Stafford and we can keep him healthy and we can get him for these final 2 years, that quarterback behind him, they're going to like just like Aaron Rodgers.
He'll be well
when he's ready to take over for Matthew Stafford,
he should be ready.
The production doesn't drop because he's learning not just from Stafford, but from his head coach and his offensive system. And Stafford is the bridge between player and coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I see coaching in Stafford's future too, by the way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
You can see he loves the game and how supportive his family is. His family loves that he plays football, and you don't really see that all the time. Like, unfortunately, Tom Brady didn't have that. He didn't have what Matthew Stafford.
He was a hater. Giselle was a hater.
A hater, yo.
She's a hater.
I feel bad for Tom Brady because I think he loves the sport just like Matthew Stafford loves it, but he didn't get to really enjoy the last few years to ride off the sunset because he was fighting against his family, telling him to leave instead of him leaving on his terms.
And then she left him anyway.
That's why I see coaching in Matthew Stafford's future, because his family is so supportive and they love you can tell that they love the process of seeing their dad and her husband being successful. That they'll 100% support him being a coach.
Them girls remind me of that little white girl off Remember the Titans. Remember the little white girl who was
yeah. Come on. He was off. What is that ref seeing? Come on.
Yeah. They be locked in at the end.
What the fucking Yo, remember she was like remember when she tried to bounce past that to the other girl? She went,
the black girl, yeah.
She's like,
I ain't with that shit. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy.
Both daughters of amazing coaches, but completely two different types of daughters.
That was a good ass movie, yo. That's what next week we're gonna talk about best sports movies, yo.
Yeah, that'd be great. And also talk about, can football have a woman head coach? That's next topic, yo.
Yeah, I'll write that down. All right, guys. That's that. We have come to the end of our show, man. We appreciate you. We was able to get another fully loaded clip in this week, Ed.
Yes, sir.
We running through it, man. We did have another special surprise slated for y'all, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we did you put Wolverine back on there?
Nah, he's not on. Oh shit, Wolverine fell, but good thing he has the healing factor.
Rest in peace, Wolverine.
Nah, shit, where did he go? Oh, here it is. I was when you said that I was gonna do some creep shit, like be like,
he behind your name tag. Come from the other way, pause. Hey, see you next week, bub.
Bub.
That's crazy. It's not as sneaky that way, nigga. We can see your arm.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? You're just as inconspicuous as the highway masturbator.
Shit.
But just know that me and Ed have some tremendous things in the works for our show, and I say our because it's Ed's, it's mine's, and it's y'all's. We do this together. We appreciate everybody who watches us. We just hit 100 subs, man, so we appreciate you guys fucking with us genuinely and truly, man. It means a lot to us, and we're gonna keep running it up. We got some things in the works, some special guests, some different effects, a whole different visual aesthetic. We just want to keep improving. We want to keep building to give you guys the best production and the best show as possible, as well as us. So, we'll continue working on the show and continue working on us. Ed, you got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Watch out for the latest shows, bub.
Oh shit. That shit beautiful, boy. That's 1080p, ain't it? God damn. Watch out for the latest shows. But I was seeing your shit auto adjust through the show too.
Yeah, this new camera. I love this new camera. It's
That's
way
what's up,
better.
man.
I feel bad for the other camera, but I just let it off the pasture.
Bad for the other camera. It's going to Mars. Don't worry about it.
Nah.
Guys,
I still saved it. I'll send it to somebody in less need. You know what I mean? Hey man,
give it to my
you're
dude
hungry?
that live in the storage unit.
Here's a webcam.
That's gonna crash out on you. That's fucked up. Guys, until next week, we appreciate you. Stay safe, stay focused, and we will see you next week on the Too Late We Said It podcast. Edit, hey, you ready?
Yes,
1,
sir.
2, 3. Peace.